back on the first game in IRC. We are useless, guys.
We are useless. We are useless pawns of SC2GG. We all know the masterminds. All right, well,
we're back on the air.
We're back on the air, everybody.
Shoot.
we did lose Deja Vu because literally my phone, while being plugged into my computer for power, ran out of batteries. I think it's an iPhone. I think I left it on 3G here, so I'm gonna chat with him real quick. Sit tight. Whoa, sit tight.
Calm down.
Anyways, no, we got commercials on right now, folks. So
hey, can you guys call me back in?
Yep.
Yeah, you're like responding to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, while that's going on, while we're getting that, we've got another shout out because Diggity was mentioning that he's actually going to the Winter Games Fest, UCSD. If anyone's down in San Diego, the Winter Games Fest is going on this weekend, and so you can go over there and check that out. It's going to be pretty cool. Where did he say? I think UCSD PC Ballroom is what he said where it is. So if you're in the San Diego area, go check that out. They're going to be playing StarCraft and a lot of other games there as well. So anyway, and just to clarify, apparently he's got Nyokin and LD Gamer on Vent, and he's actually got a couple guys are going to come actually to his house. Machine and Inca are going to actually go to his house, and they're going to watch the finals there when they get there. So good times. I used to live in San Diego. Times like these, I kind of wish I still did, except I didn't really like there, so oh well. Why would they put a ring on a baby? Seriously, why does a baby need a ring? Why is that baby wearing a ring, Matt?
I don't know, but I'm trying to decide if this is FlaSh or movie here. I know they showed FlaSh when he was younger before. It was really funny because FlaSh looked super, super young, but it was just like 2 years ago. Because we keep forgetting how young FlaSh is. I mean, isn't he like 17 or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
He's a youngin'.
FlaSh is a super, super youngin', so they showed him looking like a kid because he really is still a kid. Oh, and that was that movie.
I think it was FlaSh's mom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, on that note...
Costumes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, on that note, I don't think, again, this is another thought that I don't think anybody's really taken into consideration. Maybe a couple of people have, but, like, FlaSh, although he's very young, he's probably going to keep playing StarCraft until he gets into the Air Force team. Can anyone imagine what he's going to accomplish in the Air Force?
Air Force will finally win. They'll win games. I mean, I gotta say, I've been excited about much in the Air Force with how he's been playing recently, and I was really sad when there wasn't a Much versus Firebat Hero game. I was really excited because they were going to have the fourth game in a Pro League matchup. I was who are they playing? Anybody? I can't remember. Obviously it was Con versus Air Force Ace, obviously, because it was
there we go.
versus Much. Duh. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, and basically it was over in 3 games because they were playing Air Force Ace. So, so that was a shame. I was really hoping to see a rematch, but Much has actually been looking pretty good. So, maybe he'll bring something more, but the other players have to get good too. And they're playing Dark Elf a lot for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, they're showing a replay here, and there. Oh, you can actually see the hallucination. Yeah, so you can actually see because this is of course a replay, and they're covering up the replay bar there on the right. So this was the first of the fateful recalls here that did almost nothing.
Yeah, these are basically where mOvie lost his chance of the game.
Right.
He was doing well. He had 5 base versus 3, and he was doing fine. And then he started doing recalls that didn't accomplish anything. Threw away his army, let FlaSh have enough leeway to take a couple extra bases, and once he lost that advantage, that was it. But yeah, that's just kind of sad too.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can get Diggity on here? Or would he have to get some crazy setup going with Skype also?
I'm again worried about adding a third person onto Skype.
See, this is why Ventrilo so much easier to deal with.
And that sounds like crap.
Did you hear the way Deja Vu was
I want to take this time right now because we're on the topic a little bit. I was going to try to do this earlier, but I want to give 2,000 some odd people watching right now. I want to give Matt all the freaking props in the world. He went through so much time and effort setting this up so that it would just be like, he put like hours just so it would be a little bit less laggy. So everybody, round of applause for Matt, and I think he deserves some ice cream eating time.
Yay! I also then I gotta pass some props on to Mole Trap because we masterminded this yesterday. Oh, and my phone's getting red now. So that means my phone is back on.
So we might be able to get Deja Vu in.
We might be able to actually get Deja Vu back in on. I'm really hoping so. But no, Moletrap and I really just brainstormed. I mean, like every possible thing we could run into as being an issue, we ran into for the MSL.
Yesterday we sat down at like 5 p.m. or something like that and started going through looking at TL Rage's guide to how to set up Mogulus, which is now live stream, and like messing with settings and trying this, that, and the other thing, rearranging crap for basically 6 hours.
Yeah,
five
or
hours,
6 hours,
5 or 6
yes.
hours or something like that, trying to get stuff to work.
Right.
And then, like, of course, stuff. After we had it working, we went and got with Steve, and then when we came back, it stopped working. We had to set stuff up again for another like half hour. So yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was. But I do appreciate that. I have put a lot of work into this and making sure that everything works for you guys.
Yeah, but I got to sit around and be lazy all day while he prepped stuff for this cast. So
yeah,
since I'm here, I'll give him a pat on the back.
Yay!
For everybody.
Thanks everybody. That's fantastic. I want to give a big shout out while we're waiting here to Steve. Of course, Steve was here for the MSL. Oh, and we are starting in. So, Moletrap, you want to do an intro?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 of the OSL Finals between mOvie and FlaSh. I got Matt here still, Matt SC of Matt and Steve SC. I got Deja Vu of Deja Vu 119. Is that what it is?
Oh, he's not on.
Oh, he's not on. Okay, we'll put his account on later. Anyway, we got Frank on here. 119. Okay. Anyway, so we got all four of us here. It's actually been kind of working surprisingly well. Usually when we try and do a quadcast, it's just way too busy. But it's actually working out pretty well. So we got Game 2 starting here of the OSL Finals. And I gotta say, the first half of that game, mOvie impressed me and really put up a lot more of a fight than I expected. He really was playing incredibly smart and actually was a little bit outplaying FlaSh for the first 20 minutes of the game, at which point he fell apart and recalled his army into oblivion. So there is that. But, basically we were all kind of ragging on mOvie, and I'm still going to rag on him, honestly. But he put out a little bit more than I expected out of him. So who knows? Hopefully, we'll see. He actually looks a little bit down right now. Hopefully he's still in his non-psyched outness like he said he was before the games, and and FlaSh doesn't even care. He doesn't give a crap. He's just like, let me stretch.
Where's my booth girl?
Pound another noob.
I ordered 3 booth girls. Why is there only one? I demanded grapes and palm fans here. Right. Absolutely.
I want Hawaiian-style booth girl, please.
Apparently, we got some more stat action coming from World Common State, by the way. Players who lost the first game come back and win the second game 52% of the time. So, Although that might be a little bit skewed by the fact that, and the previous stat might be skewed by the fact that Jaedong always loses the first game and then wins the next 3.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Anyway, Game 2 is starting, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see some exciting stuff here, hopefully. We got FlaSh, the blue Terran, starting on the bottom right corner there. And, well, not corner, but bottom right area. And we're going to have mOvie starting in orange at the top middle of the map at about 12 o'clock. We're going to try and get Deja Vu back on the line here. We're trying to call him right now. So, anyways, Frank, why don't you give us your thoughts on this map while we're trying to get Deja back on the line?
All right. Well, in my staff predictions on SC2GG, by the way, guys, here's a plug. Go check out that site. It's pretty badass. This was the map that I said mOvie was going to come out on. I said he was going to come out, pull out a win, and that was it. I mean, he did play, I have to say, in that first game, he played a phenomenal game in the beginning. In the beginning, he played disgustingly well. And actually, he did. I mean, I don't want to discredit him. In the late game, he actually played really well as well. Even those recalls, they were really well done. Just FlaSh was on top of it, all around it, underneath it, beside it, and pimp smacking it. So, like, he just completely dominated. But, this is the map, though. This is El Nino. This is the map that I said mOvie is going to take it. He's going to take a win. It's just too quirky. It's too quirky. He's got it. He's going to use it. He's so creative. He's going to use the map to his advantage and come out with it. I'm calling it.
Well, I think I think it's important on movie when playing this map to not go beyond what he's capable of. I think it'd behoove him to go stick with 2-base play, to stick with a kind of faster, more aggressive build, and try to. I'm not even going to say try to catch FlaSh off guard, because you don't catch FlaSh off guard. Just try to pressure FlaSh, to try to maintain map control. This is a map where you have the mobility of the Protoss army, at your advantage, and you can try to move around and try to block off your opponent as best you can. I'm rambling a little bit because I'm trying to get this working, so I'm going to pass it on to Moltrap here since I'm the technical guy. So
yeah, again, those of you that are skipping Game 1 to watch Game 2, naughty you, but if you are watching this on YouTube later, just a reminder, it's being casted live, so again, apologies for the kind of the glitches that we're seeing in the stream right now. Might even have to refresh the stream here.
Refresh real quick.
Okay, so we're going to refresh the stream while we're trying to get this going. Anyway, but yeah, this is a kind of a weird map, and we see some fun games on it because of that. It makes it so that it's a lot easier to get some extra bases that are more protected, especially against things like vulture harassment, because of the fact that they're behind a mineral line or whatever, so they can't be attacked as easily. So movie might have that going for him as well, I guess, theoretically. I don't know. FlaSh hasn't been going for dropships much. He doesn't usually tend to go for the vulture drops. Well, not that I've seen at least. Maybe he's obviously capable of it. But so he could do that to counter those protection things. But usually it's the Protoss. But my point was that the Protoss has the mobility. The Protoss has the ability to drop behind the extra bases and that kind of thing. So yeah, Movie might have an advantage there too. So I definitely think this is one of the maps that Movie's going to have more of a chance on. Let's see, do we have...
we don't have Deja Vu on quite yet. We're working on that, so go ahead, Frank.
All right, so we do see that... I don't know. My lag is... Sorry, my stream is lagging a little bit here. I believe that was a 14cc. I'm not sure, because there is a bunker going down on the front, just in front of that.
We did already see Marines out, so...
No, we saw barracks. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, there was a barracks. I don't know what I was thinking there. 14cc does not include Marines. I don't know what's going on in my head. Anyways, yeah, so we're seeing a standard opening for Movie here. I honestly think, unfortunate to say it, and I'm trying my best, to everyone who's listening out there, I'm trying my best not to bash on Movie. He is a good player. It's just going standard. It's not the way to do it. You can't go standard against FlaSh, especially on the map that I said you gotta be creative and use the map. So, I mean... Maybe Movie doesn't check out sc2gg.com, and that's unfortunate for him, his loss. But yeah, like I was saying, he's got to come out with something creative here, and he is going for that robo facility. The robo facility. So we might be seeing we are seeing a DT drop. We saw the Citadel up, so he's probably going to be going for a DT drop here. So we're going to see how effective he is with this.
And I'm excited about this because we are going to get to see some of Movies. Oh, we see a double factory going up. So we are going to see the aggressive build also coming out here for FlaSh. So
what the? We're seeing a Templar Archives and a robotics support bay.
Wow.
So we are seeing some kind of craziness here.
Wow. So there's not... Like, he might try to go for some DTs first and then follow up with Reavers.
It's off of one base.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is going on
Yeah, that's
here?
ridiculous.
Unless he's going to try and go for, like, some kind of speed shuttle. Maybe he got the support bay for a speed shuttle so he can, like... I don't know, but he's actually ferrying some troops in the meantime, trying to go in for some early pressure. FlaSh doesn't have his turrets up yet. He's actually got his turrets near his base. So there's going to be a lot better for protecting against DTs, actually. But now he's moving in with forces here, and he's doing some decent micro against these Marines. FlaSh does not have his tanks out really yet. Apparently, well, he's got his tanks at the front. So bunker going down in the main base, but his Marines are all getting picked off. These Dragoons are doing a ridiculous amount of damage right now, and now he's gone back to get the Reaver, and I think, is it speed upgraded? I'm not sure if it's speed upgraded. It may, but maybe that's why he decided to get the robotic support, but now he's got the Reavers, obviously. But this is just weird. What's with the Templar Archives? Maybe, I don't know, FlaSh doesn't have ComSat, so it's not like he got ComSatted and getting ComSatted and they switched his play or anything like that. I do think that FlaSh must have seen that Movie hadn't expanded earlier, because that's why we see these turrets and stuff all over the place, and it being very, very defensive with the bunker and everything. And now,
Reaver.
Here comes the Reaver to follow up. This game is insane.
Go ahead,
It's
Jason.
going to be a combination of both Reavers and DT, so he's going to have both that stealth and he's going to have the Reavers that should be able to range some of the turrets. So if he can pick off the turrets with the Reaver and then hit him up with the DTs.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he's doing right here.
Yeah, I definitely think that's this is it, man. This is the El Nino build here, apparently coming out from mOvie here. He's going TT freaking over.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, this is what you guys were talking about. The absolute weirdness, the wackiness of El Nino, the 50% chance of the player who loses the first game winning the second game, forcing FlaSh. Oh, that Scarab goes off! That was like 4 kills. I cannot believe that Scarab just went off. That was insane! Taking out the machine shop with the DT. mOvie is taking complete control right now. He has FlaSh in the palm of his hand. I never thought I would say that. It's not like FlaSh is completely out of this in this point in time, but FlaSh right now is getting harassed like crazy. And wow, and that DT is just taking range, killing the machine shop as it is going back up. FlaSh needs the machine shop. He is going to lose that DT. mOvie not able to pick it up. But one of the things I was trying to say earlier is that I love mOvie's shuttle play. It's something that I've gained respect for him in the earlier games. You can see the observatory out here right now going for a crazy build. Has the shuttle alive. We haven't seen shuttle speed, of course, because the support bay was used for the Reavers. I wouldn't be surprised if it does go up fairly soon here. I want to see more shuttle play, mOvie. I want to see more of this. FlaSh is moving out, and this is the question. mOvie has expended... Oh, and the scan goes up instantly. Oh, and mOvie able to actually pick up, though, the DT. So that DT not going down. Good micro there. But can mOvie defend from this? He has 3 Dragoons right now. Those tanks are not going to have siege, which is a good thing, but that is going to be researched soon enough here. There we go. We do see some more Dragoons coming out. So is mOvie going to be able to defend this off? We do see the... looks like, yes, it is going to be able to fend it off for now. So, wow, that's good for mOvie. mOvie in a very strong position right now in this game.
Wow, this is pretty crazy. He's not quite out of the woods yet, though. Siege mode somehow going up. He must have researched it as soon as it came up. mOvie trying to push out preemptively before FlaSh can get set up in position. He's taking out one tank. He tanks out. No, he doesn't get the second tank. mOvie loses his entire army for a tank. Oh, and that is horrible. And it was getting repaired, and now... mOvie is now going to lose this game. A really, really ingenious strategy, though. I really, really like that strategy, but he is now in deep, deep, deep trouble. FlaSh is putting the hurt back on him. The Reaver is still alive, though. He's going to try and use that to fight back into this game. If he can pull out some Stork-esque Reaver micro here, he can still fight his way back. Nicely done, picking off the tank, plus the SCVs. FlaSh actually dodged one of the SCVs out of the way just in time. But the second tank is going to go down as well, probably to that Dragoon. No! Dragoon pops just in time. But that tank is really, really badly damaged. Can go down to the next round of Dragoons. But this is being really crazy, really back and forth. And mOvie survives this push now, which I didn't think he was going to once his front door was breached, but he's managed to get back into it because that Reaver got brought back into things. It's gonna be a longer game. FlaSh getting some more factories up now, so things are gonna kind of reset a little bit. But FlaSh lost a lot of SCVs to that harassment. So but then mOvie didn't really have his base up for very long either. So they're probably about even on economy at this point.
Still there, Deja Vu? Oh, nope, he's not there. All right, Frank, go ahead.
All right, yeah. Sorry, guys. My stream is lagging a little bit here, but what I'm seeing right now is this Reaver being microed extremely well, and I do want to point out that holy God, mOvie is just doing so phenomenal with his shuttle micro. I know we discussed this, and we do see here that FlaSh is looking to set up that expansion, and FlaSh, I think, using a little bit of this map to his advantage. Although I do have to say that it probably played against his advantage. And Reaver going down here, popping 3 vultures, really nice Scarab going off there. But FlaSh using the parts of the map that he can possibly use to his Terran advantage, just trying to expand, and that's freaking Reaver still doing harassment. still trying to pick off as much as he can. And a little bit of a push here coming in. Dragoons coming in, trying to push in here, but tanks and mines are going to be able to fend this off. And that Reaver still alive, still harassing in the backfield. So, that Dud Scarab, oh my god, if that would have went off, that would have got a ton of kills. But yeah, I think mOvie is actually fighting his way through this game with this one single Reaver. This is going to be hero Reaver mode. We're going to have to see if he can pull it off. It's been done in the past, but yeah, these guys are on equal bases right now, so mOvie is a little bit behind economically at this point in time. However, with the amount of harassment that's going down, it's not too far behind. I mean, he's denying a lot of mining time, and he's killed a lot of units, a lot of SCVs, a lot of vultures actually I've seen go down, and not to mention he actually did push FlaSh back, and FlaSh probably wanted to win that game right then and there.
Yeah, and he's doing a really good job with his Reaver abusing the behind that natural mineral line, but it goes down. The Reaver actually just went down to a tank, so whatever advantage he was garnering out of that, picking up SCVs left and right. I'm sorry to everyone that I just keep dropping out of this this commentary, but I'm kind of back right now. Hopefully I can stay in it for at least a little while this time. And we got some vultures running around as well. But FlaSh is doing a pretty good job defending overall. He's lost a lot here and there, but mOvie's not that economically well off right now. He's certainly not very far ahead of FlaSh, so FlaSh is very much still in this. And as long as he continues to macro up, maybe goes for some vulture harassment here, he builds off of his 3 bases, he should be in pretty good shape to send this more into a late game strategy, send this into more of a management game, a macro game. And again, that's going to play right back into FlaSh's hands. And we saw that in the first game too, where mOvie kind of went for some proxy Reaver tech and tried to do something cute. And, even those recalls, and once FlaSh ended it off, he just made it into a big macro, big game. And that's where he excels, and I think he's going to do that again right here.
Yeah, well, I think the trouble with this is that one thing that we know about FlaSh is FlaSh can recover. I mean, that's what he's doing right now. FlaSh can macro. FlaSh is recovering. I mean, right now, there's a lot of siege tanks. In fact, I'm worried for this attack going in. I don't think mOvie should commit to this attack quite yet. Look at all the mines, the tanks rolling deep in the back there, and he's going over here to get a quick scout out and try to mine drag! Huge mine drag there, dropping the Reaver, and I think he lost the shuttle, so that was kind of a waste of a Reaver there, and a waste of a shuttle, but coming in, and a huge mine there as well, and he's going to have to back out. Wow, so getting a great mine drag on those tanks with a Zealot bomb, but also getting mined himself and losing 3 Dragoons to 1 mine. Pumping out a lot of Zealots, though, here. mOvie is starting to macro, and at this point, both players are playing off of 3 mining bases. So if mOvie can harass, mOvie chose a 3rd base at a location that's a little bit easier to defend. FlaSh chose the kind of out front base right there, and as you can see, this is kind of the front for the war right now. That's why there's so many mines going down and everything. FlaSh now putting up 3 more factories, going to be 7 total factories. Armory is spinning with upgrades. Right now we have 6 gateways, as you can see the observer showing there. I'm not quite sure the upgrades on mOvie, if he's been focusing on that much. Nobody has gone for the bottom left base right now. Both players just focusing on macroing, and I think that base is critical. I think that we need to see some Arbiter tech go up, see some good stasises, and then see that command center lift for mOvie to be able to try to get into this game and try to take the lead.
I'd honestly rather see some Templar come out than Arbiters at this point. Arbiters can be very good on this map, but he's going to need some heavy destruction, I think. And right now, FlaSh is having to clump up his forces a lot, which is going to make Templar a little bit more effective as well. Nice little block there by mOvie, keeping those vultures from getting into his main. I think that last attack by mOvie was a big mistake, though. That Zealot bomb was beautiful. Actually, well, that bomb was beautiful. I think he actually wasted a Dark Templar on that Zealot, on that drag there. But why did he attack? He had like 4 Zealots, 2 DTs, and 6 Dragoons. Like a control group of units against FlaSh's entire army. It just not worked. And actually, FlaSh going in here, trying to pick off. He picks off 1 Templar. Is he going to get a 2nd Templar? No, he's not going to get a 2nd Templar. But now, seeing that FlaSh was so heavy on tanks before, mOvie pumping out a lot of speed Zealots. He's going to go in for another attack. FlaSh is picking up his army, though, and trying to move out here. I wonder what his upgrades are. There's an observer spotting it. He's got the Templar in place. He's got the Zealots. If he can get some good storms off on those tanks while they're clumped up, he could theoretically win this battle, even though I think FlaSh has a little bit bigger army, but he's got a lot of Zealots, not enough vultures to hold off all the Zealots. The Zealots getting in amongst the tanks. The Templar come in. Are they going to storm? Where's the storm? storm. Movie doesn't storm.
I think
Movie
the Templars.
doesn't storm.
I think the Templars actually got targeted. I think FlaSh actually targeted the Templars with the tanks, and still actually able to come in and do quite a bit of damage with Dragoons, although ultimately losing the battle. And GG
coming from Movie.
I think literally, and I don't know for a fact that that's what happened, but I think FlaSh literally targeted with his tanks those Templars, because he knew if those Templars came through, that would be it. I mean, once Movie moved down, he would have gotten to the third base of FlaSh. That could have been GG for FlaSh. FlaSh with a brilliant move, if that was the case. I don't think Movie would miss micro that much, because that was pretty much his entire focus at that point. But holy cow, man, what a game. I mean, even if FlaSh has won the first two, these games have been just nail-biting, teeth-grittingly exciting all around. What are some thoughts for all you guys on it? That was an abrupt ending. Go ahead, Deja.
Actually, sorry, I cut you guys off there. I actually thought that was initially playing into the Protoss players' favor, just because they were just kept battling back and forth at each other's front doors, and usually that plays into the Protoss army's favor, just because you can battle, run away, and then you can defend with the units that you've salvaged from the last battle. But just FlaSh, oh my god. I got a question here, thought of the day. What are you going to do against FlaSh in any situation? I mean, he needs Dark Swarm at this point, because, like, there's absolutely nothing that I can see that Movie's playing phenomenally, but there's absolutely nothing that can be done, I think.
Go ahead, Deja. Are you still on the line?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I mean, I go back to that FlaSh versus Best series where FlaSh just absolutely demolished Best left and right, especially in that game on match point, and just destroyed Best. He was all over it. He responds so well to everything that you almost have to be ahead of him by 2 or 3 steps, because he's already thinking 2-3 steps ahead. You gotta somehow figure out even farther ahead than him, because he reacts so perfectly to. I mean, it's so impressive to watch him. Like, when you watch him, he's a player that I actually love to watch. I'm not a FlaSh fan overall, but I love watching FlaSh because he just doesn't make those silly mistakes, doesn't make mistakes with going for stupid tech or misplaces certain buildings or something like that. He does everything in a very intelligent and practiced manner. It's so impressive to watch.
Well, we've definitely seen Movie. Movie has reacted appropriately. I mean, that was a game where literally he lost that battle because he lost his High Templars. And I'm not even sure, I mean, I don't know how, I mean, maybe had he waited for, like, an Arbiter, if he had time to tech up to get, like, a stasis off, then that could have been something that could have helped him out.
All he needed was a shuttle to hide the HT.
Yeah,
you're right.
Should have been in a shuttle.
Absolutely, yeah. No, you're completely right. But either way, all right. We're going to close off this game here because we're going to commercials. We're going to come back with Game 3. As much as I'm sure everybody in YouTube would love to see this commercial. I mean, look at that. There's even Winnie the Pooh. That's fantastic.
Are you guys still watching the Pharaoh stream? Because my Pharaoh stream is lagging hardcore.
Our Pharaoh stream is perfect.
Yeah, it's fine right now.
It's just so random, man. I don't know. I don't know. That was hilarious. Yay!
Yeah.
That happens to me all the time. All the damn time that happens to me.
Every time you throw popcorn into the air, you just never know it's going to come down.
Wow.
Sometimes I do it with apples, though, and it hurts my face.
Yeah,
so I try not to.
You throw one apple up into the air, and yeah, that all makes sense.
The entire tree just breaks on my face.
All right, well, there's Much. I love Much's ace haircut, man. Looking like a freaking mob boss. Like one of those skinny mob bosses. Wait, is this another cell phone commercial?
This is a TOP commercial, man.
Okay.
Don't you recognize the awesome TOP commercials? Come on.
Oh, no, this is the cell phone commercial. All right.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Frank?
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, just like Deja Vu, my stream is lagging quite a bit, so I might have a little bit of difficulty with the play-by-play. I'm actually watching, though, on 2 different screens, 2 different computers with 2 different internet connections, so I'm like switching back and forth when one lags out to the other one. It's actually pretty funny.
All right, well, hey, man, we're just glad to have you here. Glad Deja Vu is back.
Sounds like pretty standard fare for live casts.
Yeah.
I've had so many troubles with live casts in the past, switching streams. You guys are, I just want to say, for people that are new fans to StarCraft, not that I'm like that old of a fan, I've only been watching it for like a few years, but
like
back
9.
back in the day, there used to be like all these VLC streams you'd try and watch. There was no live stream. You'd have to like watch things on VLC if someone was streaming it, and usually they weren't. And it was crazy. And then back in the day, of course, there was even not even VODs just a few years ago. But anyway, so yeah, at least you have like more. What I'm saying is like it's just awesome that there's enough interest in the community that people are putting together things in order that we have more than one stream. Like that is just so sweet that we have so many options these days.
Right.
It's actually kind of a luxury. Anyway,
yeah, I'm gonna reset the stream one more time again here, folks, just to make sure that we have everything working. So bear with us here.